Howdy, Doug Turnbull here again. The last video I did brought more questions about the telescope that was behind me than about the subject I was discussing. So I thought I might go over a little bit what the telescope is, where it came from, and so forth. This is a Newtonian telescope. That means that at the base of the telescope is a mirror, and that mirror gathers light that comes in through the front of the telescope. The light passes down, reflects off the mirror. The mirror has a slight curve to it. It focuses the light on a smaller mirror up here near the eyepiece. That mirror directs the light up through the eyepiece so that you can then look at what it is that your telescope is pointed at. This is the finder scope. It's a low power, wide field telescope that you use to find the object that you want to see. You aim it, you get it in the crosshairs of the finder scope, and then the big telescope will be pointed where you want it. This is the mounting. It consists of a cradle. This holds the tube. And then the mounting type is what's known as a German equatorial mount, which means it has two axes. One is called the equatorial axis, and that axis is exactly parallel to the axis of the Earth, around which the Earth spins. The other axis is the altozimuth axis, and it allows you to go from side to side. So your telescope will follow the equatorial axis, and on this axis, while it's following it, it will be paralleling exactly the rotation of the Earth. This allows you to go up and down. Let you look down into the mouth of the tube. There you can, I think you can see the mirror. Yeah. That's the big mirror. And the small mirror is right here, near the end of the front end of the tube, and it shines the light. It's just a flat mirror, about so big around, and it shines the light up into the eyepiece, which is what you look at. The eyepiece itself, there are various eyepieces. This particular eyepiece has a magnification of 30, which is to say the object that you're looking at is 30 times as large through this as it would be if you were looking at it with your naked eye. I have various eyepieces. This is the lowest powered one that I have. The rest of the mounting, you can only see part of it, and in a later version I'll probably show you this, but it's made entirely of wood. Everything here except for the optics I made myself. The tube is a cardboard packing tube. The equatorial mount and the cradle is made out of 3/4 inch plywood. The equatorial mounting is made entirely of ordinary hardware pipe. 1.5 inch pipe for the main stuff, and then a smaller one that holds the counterweight. The counterweight weighs roughly the same as the tube, as close as I could get it. One of the reasons why I used a sandbag was I could very easily vary the weight until I got it just right by adding or removing sand. It's being held in the cradle simply by some canvas belts. It all seems fairly crude. It is. It's a fairly simple setup. And the key here is that it's inexpensive. The only items that really cost any money are the optics. The rest of it you can obtain at any hardware store and lumber yard. Here's a longer view of the telescope. Gives you an idea how the mounting is constructed. Simply 2x4s cut and fit together. The rest of this is all constructed out of 3/4 inch plywood, the type that you would use to for a floor. In fact, it was left over from a flooring job that I did on my own home.